Hey, it's Team. Hey, it's Team Rooney. Today I'm going to talk about while playing animated game, but I'm going to talk about the keys, whether in the playoffs, if depth in bullpen or starting pitching is more important. I will preface it by saying they're both very important. You want your starting pitcher, but not all of your starting pitchers against that caliber opponent. But I'll go further into why I think actually bullpen is more important. I'm going to lay out both arguments, however. So, I've got to... Oh, shoot. I don't have any conditioned drinks. So, I'll have to do. So, yeah. I think the pros of having a good starting pitching is you don't have to rely on as many people to be red hot and pitching well if they go deep into the game. Another side of starting pitching is you're going to face really strong opponents, and it's like the best bats in the league. It's the best teams versus the best teams. So a lot of times you're going to have to face a team that's going to, and you're not going to have a complete game against. Whereas your bullpen, they could be using a lot. You got to have. So yeah, basically there's that. You don't really have to worry about people getting fatigued because you have a whole season to get ready if their arm gets tired or they need something. You can wait till after the playoffs. You're supposed to put all your cards on the table. And starting pitching, I guess, could start the game off with some momentum. But the second it gets close, I would put a starting. I would actually put the bullpen in. So yeah, the bullpen is more important to me because they get used almost every game, and you need a great bullpen because that, especially when that is versatile. You need guys that can go long relief or like set up man, kind of like a Josh Hader, or even close the game, like because Josh Hader could do all those things. That's the ultimate relief man. You need guys that can throw high velocity, that pitch, that are just really good at matchups of who's going to be up to the plate that inning, and and nerves of steel in case you have to put them in when there's runners on, which is what often happens, is the reason behind putting him in. I'd say you need 3 or 4 great people in your bullpen that are healthy come playoff time. So I would put probably and use 2 per game, at 2 to 3 per game at most. So rotate who gets to rest and stuff like that. Mainly because, and I will say starting pitching is important. You need that one pitcher that could just, like Strasburg also came out of the bullpen, but he was like the one pitcher. You saw how bad when Scherzer had to be out that one game. They put Joe Ross in. That wasn't. They obviously needed the bullpen that game. I know they lost, but I feel like the bullpen would have been very beneficial to do like an opener thing like the Rays do. So I got Alex Cobb. I'm gonna play this. Oh, I got Sale. Shoot, I put the conditioned drink on the wrong guy. And yeah, you screwed up. Well, I'm gonna show you my strategy anyway, which means I'm gonna put the bullpen the second it gets dangerous. And this is for non-DH. Waiting for the game to update it to DHs. So I'm using this. This is not how you play in the video game. It will destroy your. But this is how I would do it in real life. Say this is like the World Series or the playoffs. And next video I'll do it for like regular season. This is technically a regular season game, but I'm counting it as though like you got to put all your cards on the table. I focus on mainly keeping my bullpen rather than pinch hitters. The bullpen to me is the most important. That way, if 1 or 2 guys are having a bad day, you can just take them out after whatever the 3 batters thing is. Oh, this is not going to be a good day for Sale. I didn't upgrade his condition against the Dodgers. Whoa. Kill shot. See, I know that this guy is not going to keep doing that, so. I usually let my starting pitcher last I want him to last 5 to 7 innings minimum. But then I'm not going to make him. And if he's still going hard, I'll leave him in. But I'm trying to show you a situation. I'm going to purposely screw this up at some point. Just when I get a big lead, and then I'll take him out. Or even a close game. Just to replicate what happens when you're in a tight ball game, which is what's going to be the case in a playoff game oftentimes. Now I will say the Astros, in I think it was Game 7, they took out Greinke against the Nationals. That was a mistake. He was going strong, and they don't really have this good bullpen. So actually, that's what cost them. And that is a hit. What? How did I catch that? Genius. Hopefully this is not a pitcher's duel. Last game was. And you're going to hear my dad talking about construction in the background. Hopefully you guys do not mind. Now in a video game, you would take your pitcher out, wait to take him out, till you have the ability to pinch hit for him. I'm going to pretend that counts as a batter. Because there's going to be no more DH. Everyone's going to have a DH now. By the way, I wanted to mention how unbeneficial, how unlikely a team that gets a wild card is going to win. They won 7 out of 25 times in the 25 years. Because last year was the 25th anniversary of the wild card being introduced. Only 7 of those 25 times, 28% chance that a wild card team is going to win. That either wild card team will win the World Series. So the Nationals got to tip my hat to them. And the Marlins did it twice, 97 and 03. So really, I have no control over that. Come on, man. I wish you could control what kind of lead you take in this game. It gets annoying. And of course it's Julio Urias, the guy that has the best moves at first. Yeah, that guy purposely lets people on. He walks them just so he could pick them off. It's weird. It's not very traditional. At all. He used to be a relief pitcher. And we got Bellinger coming up. It's too early to take him out if he's succeeding. If he weren't succeeding, I'd take him out as soon as possible. Remember, we're pretending this is a World Series or playoff game where we're facing, where every game is crucial. I don't care if you're up 3-0 in the CS or World Series. You still got to go all out. There's no taking your foot off the pedal. And he's already given up a hit. I can't believe it. He was supposed to be the best pitcher in the history of the world, and then not. No. At any point they get a lead, I have to take him out immediately rather than waiting this out. I don't care if it's 2-1. Last game lasted 11 innings at pitcher's duel, and that's where the real strategy came in. Wow. What an amazing job Sale is doing. Not flashy at all. I don't like that. He's usually flashy. He gets a lot of strikeouts. That's not the time for that. He's here just, I guess he is getting strikeouts. That was pretty amazing. He's destroying them, and that's what I like to see. But the high pitch count in this is different than in real life. So the second he starts, so like I'd say a 70 pitch count is kind of where I max it out usually, unless the guy's about to get a shutout. But how is he safe? Luck. And yes, I would bunt. Untraditional, but small ball. When you're in these situations, you gotta take what's given to you in the playoffs. Like the Cubs did in 2016, and the Royals in 2015. They were known to do a lot of bunts and just like get on, and then it capitalize on every single runner they have by doing small ball. Didn't matter who was at the plate. They go for RBI approach rather than swinging for the fences and then getting an infield fly rule or whatever, or a ground out. You want to get the runner across as easily as possible. Oh, Will Smith. Pretty Willie. The Freedom Fries. So yeah, this guy's very efficient, but he's at 30. He's not being very efficient. If he has 10 pitches an inning through 6, I kind of want to yank him. This rate, he might have more than that. The second he's going to get to 60 pitches, let's say, and if it's still a close game, particular, I'm going to yank him. And yeah, that is not a good sign. Enrique Hernandez, aka Kiki Hernandez. They just call him by their actual name in this, so his name is not Enrique. So his name is not Kiki. It's Enrique, like Enrique Iglesias. Oh yeah, he's done. Come on. Yeah, that was his last. I'm gonna let him face Pop-Tart over here. If he lets somebody on now, that's where you know he's done. I'm trying to give him a tiny bit of leeway. Not his best start, but he's getting strikeouts. That's part of the issue. He's relying on strikeouts to get out. Next inning, you will see a different pitcher. And by the way, yes, I'm doing actual base running now. I'm controlling it because I'm tired of my players not being aggressive on the base paths and not getting triples in, triples out, which is basically center field of the Giants ballpark. See, this is a tough situation. I probably need a few extra base hits. Home run. Wow. 7th of the year. This is the 8th game. Let's see how important my bullpen is, because if they're going to bound at some point to have a bad start. You're done. I'm going to use Chad Green. What an amazing job. So, the cool thing with this Chad Green is he could work with contact or strikeouts. Which is what you want, which equals efficiency. I almost want them to make contact because he's not going to let. I know he doesn't give up big contact. It's a lot of ground balls and pop up and short pop ups. You want that because that equals a lower pitch count, which means if needed, he could be a long reliever. And I use Betances, and it really just depends on what I want to do. I have 3 guys that are just fatal, that are just deadly, plus another guy who's up there, which is Brad Hand. You'll see, we're not hitting the ball well, but I believe in fairies. I don't, but I believe in this guy, Cozart, trying to make that lead a little more cozy. Ball. Are they gonna walk my pitcher? Wouldn't. Wow. What do they do? Let's just see. A 3-0 count? Okay. I dare you to walk me. Oh, they might not walk me. This is a sneak attack. A sneak attack. Yep, they're doing a sneak attack. Unacceptable. You should have walked me. Well, that was supposed to be the walk. I wouldn't have bet. I'm loving this. And he is out. Wouldn't have bet though. It was like an 8-pitch at bat. This guy had a 4-pitch inning last inning. That is what I like to see. That way it can last at least, hopefully, this inning as well. When you have a bad batter up, like a 9th place or 8th place batter, and you know he's probably not going to get a hit, you might as well just try and foul it off as much as you can. And, yep. Julio. Strike one. That should be a strike. Come on. I know he's at a disadvantage, but he's not a good hitter. But why did you have to call that a ball? Just to give him a chance. Oh, Seth Smith. Base hit. So I'm not gonna take him out until he fails. Until he gives up a hit or two. And then unless they threaten. Yeah, so basically unless they threaten, I think I could get one more inning out of him as far as his arm. So his relievers don't last as long. But I'm pushing him even more than I would in actual regular season due to stamina purposes. I'm gonna make him use up his stamina. Of course. Okay. First and third, 2 away. Our time to shine. Yeehaw, boys. I'm from a farm town and I don't even know how to do that. Make it sound authentic. Like, it's a farm town gone mainly suburban. There's still parts that are farm town. God, he's so efficient. It's brilliant, isn't it? Brilliant, eh? Amen. He is out of it. So you're getting the idea. I don't have a specific closing pitcher. Oh, wait. I think he's done for the day. I'm not going to risk it. I'm not going to risk him. That run may be his fault later on, but that's momentum shift. Why did I pitch to him? Oh yeah, because I'm the greatest player of all time. See, if he had to work through that for confidence in the next outing. But that's all he's going to do for today. There's a little bit of a lag today, so... Oh, wow. Not hitting as well. It's making it more exciting. Yes. It's like golfing. If you caught it, you're like, oh. No, I'm pretending he's a DH. I thought about it. And he is out. Oh well. And this guy is done. I guess we could put in Brad Hand. I would not put Brad Hand in unless you were starting an inning. Based on just the way he plays. And because he will give up that initial hit. Hopefully not every time like that. It's usually a single. Come on. Yeah, he's not going to last all but maybe this inning. Maybe not even. Because he's on a short leash. It's a... Like I said, this is like a playoff game. You can't be giving up doubles. That should have been a triple if that were speedster. Luckily, it was just Max Muncy's speed. Strike 3. You know how you get out of innings. Yeah, so the next two guys are probably going to be the setup men. Well, it all just depends on how they do. I'm tired of the close calls, man. You've got to strike this guy out. You need to get the next two guys out. Or your ERA is going to go through the roof. This. More importantly, the win could be at stake. There it is. I'm going to intentionally walk that guy. He's a pretty good hitter. And there's guys like a sure out, you might as well. Coming up next with open bags, I recommend doing this. Potentially walk him to get to the pitcher. I don't know why more teams don't get that. Or like ninth place hitter who's struggling. They do on occasion. What a hit. Just kidding. Great contact if he's straight in and out. The same exact contact, just on a different pitch. Wow. It's a home run. You saw that coming with all those bombs that would just fell. You saw it coming. You saw it coming. See, my release pitching has been great, other than those two doubles they've allowed. Brad Hand, I gotta give him credit. Where credit's due, he gave up a hit. Like he always does. But he gets out of it. Like he has every time except for once this season. Oh, is he out? See, at some point I gotta put defense in for my Encarnacion. You can't do defensive substitutions in this. And we will put in Josh Hader, I guess. Possibly for the 9th as well. But chances is really good, but I save him for close games. And I might have to put him in anyway, because Hader has given up a hit. I don't know what he's doing. Well, watch this. High and tight. 105, almost looking like it's going to hit his head. But it wasn't going to. 100-mile-an-hour slider. 106. Can he make it to 107? Yep. So they get to pick me off, but I can't pick them off. Real fair. No, I'm so lucky on that one. Okay, Hader is not pitching well. Note to self. This is not him. He's usually extremely efficient like the Chad Green, but wow, we got an out. If your relief pitching is as strong as mine, that's like the Cubs, even like pretty much every team I could think of. The bullpen was at least red hot. They were extremely good throughout the playoffs. That's what you want. Like the Nationals last year, they had Doolittle was red hot. They had Rainey. They had Hudson. They had a lot of good players. They actually had Strasburg going to the bullpen at one point. Just like Mad Bum did in 2014. And it may change on who's my go-tos in this. Who are my go-tos? It's all about who's red hot. And also, just you want a bullpen that's consistent, that has nerves of steel. In fact, you want a team that has nerves of steel. Yeah. But yes, I say a bullpen is more important in most scenarios, because your starting pitcher ain't gonna do the whole job. Like teams, like I said, the Rays will do sometimes. Every couple of games they'll do an opener. They'll put a relief pitcher out there. Well, yeah, their starting pitcher will last like 1 or 2 innings, and then it's a day for them. That I don't recommend for a full season, but they pulled it. That's why they did it every couple of days, like every other game or so. So it'd be like Morton, opener, Snell, opener, Glasnow, and so on and so forth. Opener. Okay, sticky situation. Should I let him finish the game? I think so. Get him. There it is. My bullpen lasted like 6 innings and gave up 0 runs. like 5 base runners, probably 4 or 5 base runners. Pretty impressive, but I'm telling you, bullpen equals greatness. You need starting pitching to give you those first few innings of like momentum to hold them off. But when you have a bullpen that can play every day and do exactly what these guys did almost every game, and you can trust them, that's big time. And that's a visual of this episode for what's more important, starting pitching or relief pitching. Anyway, this was a great episode of Explained. Let me know what I should do more of, Explained or Top 3. I would definitely get to both, but which one do you want me to do more frequently? Alright, peace.